Okay, so in Sunday school, we just started a new curriculum in the younger class, and we are talking about people that Jesus met. So we actually asked them to help us, the older class, to do a skit, because if you learn it in different ways, you remember the story, okay? The title of the story, and I'm not going to give away who it is, Jesus visits a short, mean guy.
It was tax time in the city of Jericho, and no one was happy about it. Well, no one except the tax collectors. The tax collectors always took too much money from people. It wasn't fair. Just between you and me, I think the tax collectors didn't give everything they collected to the government. I think they used the rest to buy stuff for themselves. And they didn't have very good manners either. Look how the tax collectors are demanding money from people in the crowd. There was one tax collector who was especially mean. His name was Zacchaeus.
You look rich. How much money do you have? Give me half of it, now.
The crowd was upset. They hated being robbed by tax collectors. But what could they do? If people didn't pay tax collectors, the Romans came and threw the people in jail. But suddenly the mood of the crowd changed. People were smiling. That's because they heard that Jesus was coming to Jericho. Everyone was very excited. Yay!
Woo! Yay, Jesus!
Even Zacchaeus wanted to see Jesus, but there was one small problem.
I'm too short. Oh man, bummer.
Then Zacchaeus had a great idea. He would climb a tree and see over the crowd. He glanced around.
What tree should I climb? That pine tree over there looks easy to climb, but it's all prickly. That palm tree across the street is tall, but its branches are way too high. Oh, here's a sycamore tree. I'll try that. Wow, I can see all the bald spots on people's heads from up here. We should tax bald spots. Oh, and that guy over there forgot to comb his hair this morning. We should tax bad hair days. Oh, cool. I can see where people are hiding their coin purses. Oh, right. Why was I up here again? Oh, yeah. I could see Jesus from up here. Cool.
Jesus was waving and giving people high fives when he saw Zacchaeus climb the tree. He walked over to where Zacchaeus was hanging from the tree.
Zacchaeus, stop looking at people's bald spots and finding their hidden coin purses, and come down from that tree. I'm going to your house today for dinner.
To my house? But I didn't even invite you. Wait a minute. How do you know my name? And how do you know what I was doing in the tree? Are you working with the Romans?
The crowd was surprised that Jesus would choose to go to Zacchaeus' house, since Zacchaeus was such a mean tax collector. Hear how the crowd is mumbling and grumbling? And see how they're pointing at Zacchaeus? They can't believe that Jesus would spend time with a sinner like Zacchaeus.
Are you sure you want to hang out with me? You know what I do for a living, right?
I know who you are. I know what you've done, but I still love you, Zacchaeus. I want to visit with you.
Sounds great, Jesus. See you there. You like lamb chops?
Zacchaeus dashed home. He quickly called up some of his tax collector buddies to join him for dinner.
Yeah, Antonio, how about stopping by the house for dinner? I got Jesus here. Yep, that Jesus. No, I don't know if he's going to be doing any miracles, but who knows? You can come? Great. Bring Frank and the rest of the guys.
Zacchaeus quickly swept the floor. He washed the dishes. He took the trash outside and threw it in the trash can. He freshened up the outhouse. Zacchaeus had a change of heart when he met Jesus. Zacchaeus realized he'd been wrong toward people, so he returned everything he'd taken from them. Not only did he return the money he took, he gave back even more than he'd taken in the first place. Yippee! The end.
So I will tell you that he practiced climbing the tree, okay? Don't be worried.
Yeah. It took a lot of trial and error.
If you do and learn in different ways, you keep it in your head. I know y'all know that song, Zacchaeus was a wee little man. We are not singing it. You can hum it in your head if you want to, but we are not singing it. Okay?
Aww.
All right, so Jeff is going to pray.
Stand. Let's pray. Lord, thank you for the lesson of Zacchaeus. Thank you for the knowledge that it's never too late in life for us to change. In your name we pray. Amen.
The peace of Christ be with you.
And also with you.
Let us pray. Holy God, open our hearts to receive your word. Reveal to us the good news and enable us to trust in the promise of salvation. Our reading today comes from the book of Exodus, chapter 20. Then God spoke all these words. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery.